the CFS Health online recovery program. Now, if you just missed my last video, then I would definitely recommend you to go and watch that now or after this video, because I explain a lot of really cool things and some really important messages that I wanted to share to the world who are going through something like chronic fatigue syndrome or glandular fever or fibromyalgia. So, imagine having people who don't understand. Imagine going through something so hard that no one actually knows what it feels like to be in your situation. You try and talk to people, and then when you tell them, they don't believe in you, and you type on the internet and most of the stuff that people talk about is negative. Imagine what that world would look like. How hard would it be to be on your own? And that's what happened with me when I was going through chronic fatigue syndrome. There was literally nothing good online. It was just all negative Nancy's, telling you how bad life is and that life doesn't get better and that you can't improve your situation. And the truth is that that's changed now. And as you can see in this title, it says online recovery program, helping people, over 800 people in 40 countries right now currently. And the reason why I'm sharing with this is because imagine if this wasn't a reality right now. Imagine if there was nothing out there right now. What would life look like? What would life be like without help, without hope, without belief, without the tools and techniques and the knowledge and the understanding to help you move forward with your life? Because the reason why I'm sharing with you this is because for a long time there was nothing like this. And the other reason why I'm sharing this with you is because there are way more than 800 people who have gone through the CFS Health Recovery Program in the last 10 years, and there has been a hell of a lot of lives changed through that. Now imagine if I didn't tell you about this. I would be doing you a disservice. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I think, I just got an amazing message today from a lady who's been suffering fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome for over 20 years. 16 years of that was undiagnosed. So literally she knew she was suffering, she had such a bad problem, but no one knew what was wrong with her. And she had all these different tests and she just literally couldn't find an answer. And then eventually 4 years ago she got diagnosed. Now this lady joined the program, this online recovery program, in January. It's now June 22nd here in Australia right now. And she's improved so much that she's working part-time again. And she's living again. This is her words. And you can actually read it down on this page. If you go down probably three or four posts, you will see her actual write-up that she did privately to me this morning. And you can't make it up. Like, it's amazing. And so the thing that really got me that I was really stoked about was that phrase, living again, finally living again. And I just think it's so important to realize, and for you guys to know that as well, is that you can live again. It can get better. My old man's just come in. You want to come and jump on the chat, mate? Close the door. Here we go, impromptu. You meet the father of the young man.
G'day.
Say hello to everyone.
Hi everyone.
What's your name?
I'm John Morrison. I'm the father of this young fella here. Very proud.
Yeah. Come up for a holiday.
Come up for the holiday.
Bit of sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was telling these guys about the online program that's in 40 countries and helping heaps of people, because there's heaps of people on this page who don't know about it.
Yeah.
Like I used to live with my dad for a long time, and I'd come around to his house after someone would join the program or someone got better. Like, what did you, when you saw people change their lives, because you met a fair few clients in the past, what was it like? You've been to my seminars and stuff.
Well, the only thing I can say is I watched you be ill for 4 years, and I watched you. We went to so many different therapists and doctors and voodoo, and so many different things. But what I do remember is that every time we went to someone, you'd walk away with an idea that you could apply, and eventually you put all these ideas together and you applied the things that worked for you. And I think that's the secret, that everybody's different. And what I noticed with you is that you adapted what you learnt to suit Toby Morrison, and I think everybody's got their own journey, and I think that's what your program does, is give people the confidence to actually choose what's right for them. And I've watched it. I mean, I've watched you. I remember when you first started writing it, all these notes on your notepads for the program for people that were going to come into the centre, and eventually transferred that into the online situation. But I think it's wonderful because people have the opportunity to develop their own action plan based on who they are, and I think that's a wonderful gift. And I'm just so proud to be here to spend some time with Toby, but so proud to see him continue the work. I think it's so important, because so many people get sold ideas, programs, training that is just pumped up bullshit. And this program's real. And I can tell you that I've had chronic fatigue myself, and I've used some of Toby's ideas myself. So, I'm not only his dad, but I'm.
You can tell people can tell where, you just said that most of it's bullshit. That's what I say.
Yeah.
So I got it from you.
Yeah. Well, it is out there, and so what you've done is sift through the bullshit and give people an opportunity to really take up what suits them in a way that is paced. And the other wonderful thing I think is you give people an opportunity to be part of something bigger than them with like-minded people, and I think that it's just a wonderful gift. And you put in, you get out what you put in, but there's a wonderful opportunity no matter where you are, who you are, whether you've got hardly any family or lots of family, it doesn't matter. There's an opportunity to share your journey with others, and I think that's what it's all about. Is we've all been thrown into these different spaces to learn from each other, to share our journeys, and to help each other. And I think that's what your program does. So,
well, I remember when you said to me, and people are loving it, by the way. So, ditto, Dad. That's Carmen Farrell. I think you met her in the office once. Hey, Carmen. Beverly says, your dad, bless him. I see where you get your good speaking from. Dad is so right. Lovely dad. Dad's a champion. So I just want to mention one thing while you're here.
Yeah.
When I was really sick and I had glandular fever, and I was pretty crook, wasn't I?
You're shocking.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of bed for 16 hours a day, and I was just completely debilitated. And I said to you, I just wanted to give up on life. And we don't even think about it anymore, but this is what I said to you. I said, there's no point for me to even live anymore. I can't even play basketball, And I don't know if you remember, but you said to me one day, this will be a blessing in disguise. Do you remember saying that?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And it has been.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too, on the other side of the coin, I just want to say this, and Toby and I have got a special relationship. I love spending time with him. And the people that are special to you, that are on your journey now, it only gets better. Those relationships will get deeper. Nothing will ever come between us and Toby, myself and Toby. In actual fact, our family's really tight. There's four of us. There's my daughter, my wife. I've been married 30-something years now, and the wonderful thing is that we're such a strong bond, and we're always there for each other, and that partly is due to the period we spent when we were just there for Toby, and nobody can take that away from you. You've got that for life, that trust, and we have a lot of fun.
It was hard though.
Absolutely, it's hard. It's really hard.
Because I remember when you said to me, it'll be a blessing in disguise. You said, it'll be a blessing in disguise one day. And I remember just thinking, fuck you, you don't understand. Because at the time it was so real for me, the suffering, the darkness of it all. So I actually didn't get it. And then when I started getting better, I was like, shit, maybe Dad's right. And then of course you were.
Well, you don't get it till after the fact, of course.
It's easy now. It's easy, Yeah.
But seriously, if you're in pain, if you're in isolation, just grab the opportunity while you can, and if you do take the opportunity, squeeze the most out of it, and get in and share your stories and help other people as well. I mean, and then what'll happen? It's a ripple effect. You'll start to get your life happening, and then that'll actually start to help other people. I mean, the planet needs it right now. We need enough, and I just said this to Toby before. Basically, what we need to all learn is enough self-love to change not only ourselves, but to change our communities and the people around us. But the planet needs us all to actually find the self-love to get ourselves right, so we can actually contribute and make this place a better place. So I'm an old bugger now, so.
But I want to talk about you though,
yeah.
Because my dad, and he doesn't even talk about this. Like, he works full time, runs his own business in construction and all that kind of stuff, but. He has helped so many people, like a lot of my friends who have gone through hard times, they've come to Dad just naturally without, you didn't even say anything, they just come to you, and you've helped so many people in such hard times, and like, as much as it's really helped a lot of those people, what did it do for you? Because like you've dedicated hours. Like, my friends would come over to my house to hang out with me, and then they'd hang out with Dad in his office for 3 hours because they'd be crying to him, or something would happen with their work, but it's what he said is so true. Is like, when you start helping others, and I remember even with when I started, it was like when I started helping people, even when I do these videos right now, I stopped thinking about my problems, and the problems aren't even talked about, or they're just dissolved instantly as soon as you start to help other people. Did you get that for yourself?
Well, the thing is, I think I was sick when I was 22, so and I had a period of my life where everything was terrible, and I had no energy, I had no health, I had no job. So I've been to the depths of despair, and I know what it's like to be there, and it's terrible. But at the same time, there was people there for me in my hour, and I want to be there for people in their hour, and it just happens naturally. The main thing for me is just to listen and be there for people. But the main thing is to get yourselves right first. Focus your energy on yourselves, and then things start to look after themselves. You're the gift. You guys are the gift, and you got to work. You got to cherish it. Cherish the gift of life, and you'll make it in your own way. You can't not fail, because if you stay on this planet and you keep turning up, just keep presenting each day, things will change for you. Have to. It's the nature of systems. I've done a lot of research on systems theory. We're all in a system. You cannot not. If you keep staying in the system, you will eventually make it. You have to. Life, it's the way of life. It's just how it works. So just hang in there. Put your hand up. Ask for help. There's lots of help out there. And the fact that you're actually listening to this podcast here, or what do you call it? It's called
a live Facebook video.
Righto, well there you go.
Your first one. It's pretty good.
It's my first
you're
one.
Killing it. I feel like you're fucking keeping me out of a job.
But absolutely, the fact that you're listening to this right now is a strong sign that you're ready for healing. Absolutely.
Say that again.
The fact that you're listening to this shoot now, this recording now, is you're saying to the universe that I'm ready. And that is a strong, strong signal. So pat yourself on the back and know that you're not far away. You're not far away. Just keep presenting each day, do the best you can, and be happy with what you can do. That's all you need to do, and you'll build on your own momentum. So look, it's wonderful. How many have we got on this?
It fluctuates, but we've got people are messaging us, and then we'll have to look back later. But Katrina, who's a girl in Ireland who joined our program a couple of years ago, and she recovered. She was a horse rider, and she makes jewellery now.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, this is the best wee live." So she speaks like an Irish chick.
Yeah.
A great start to my day listening to this. So much wisdom. Thanks, guys.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Linda is so precious. What a great... Linda says, this is so precious. What a great relationship you guys have. Well, I just want to acknowledge my dad, because I've watched him go through so many hard times over his years, and even before I was born he went through hard times, and so I can't even imagine what he went through then. But he just keeps showing up. He keeps showing up.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm proud of you, Matt.
Oh, thank you.
No, you inspire me.
Thank you.
He does. He keeps going. He just fucking shows up.
Keep showing up. That's all I can say, guys. Keep showing up, and it'll work out. Things will work out, and hang on to your family and friends. They're the most important part.
Connection.
The connections. Yeah.
That's what Dad's taught me the last few years, and you've worked hard on this. Is your connection with your family. You know, just make it your priority. What's the most important thing in your life, and make that your priority. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. So even if you haven't got many family members, that in actual fact that might be a blessing. You know, it's how we've had. But depends where you are. We've all got challenges. If you've got a lot of family members, sometimes that's a challenge in itself. But even if you haven't got many family members, you know, then you can draw on other people. You know, make people your family. You know, your close friends. You'll find out who your friends are. And then you can start to build your life around that. But hang in there, guys. This whole program and just listening to Tobes, you know, he goes through his struggles.
I've had massive personal battles the last couple of years.
Yeah, so
massive personal problems.
Can I ask you a question? What do you draw from this, mate? What for you?
I don't know. I just sometimes I wake up and I feel like I have to do it. Like, it's not even a thought. Like the reason why I did this video is because I've had so many sad emails lately of people suffering and struggling. And I feel sorry for people. And, you know, I forget how hard it is when you've got chronic fatigue syndrome. It's been a long time since I've been, you know, ever that sick. And I live a really good life now, you know. I went surfing today and had coffee with friends and been busy buying plants and just doing stuff, running around. And, you know, I don't know, I guess I just feel like I have to do it. You guys, someone needs to do this. So, yeah, that's what I guess I get. It's not what I get from it; it's what I can kind of just offer. Yeah, just give. Just like you need, because you know, what if it's their last resort? They need something. You know.
Yeah. You've almost. I think the fact is that you went through that 4-year period, and obviously it's other challenges since. But there's a part of you that wants to give back, because I know there's a lot of people that helped you over your journey. You know, don't you think there was a lot of people? Various ways that helped you.
Definitely.
And I think part of this is, you know, obviously you do get paid for it, but you put there's a lot of hours gone in for you to develop this, and you continue to refine your thing. But I think it's bigger than that. It's not a job. It's about you giving back some of the things, the lessons that you've learnt from other people that have helped you. Just like all those people. Yeah,
we all need a bit of guidance, I guess. And I know that there's like 23,000 people on this page.
Yeah.
Now, and it started with 0.
Yeah.
When I started it, there was no one. So there's 23,000, and then there's YouTube. We have like almost 400,000 views on YouTube. So there's a lot of people. So yeah, I just feel sorry for. I don't know. I just feel like people go through hard times, especially with chronic fatigue syndrome. This is the specifics, and fibro, and there's just very little support out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm just thinking, mate, if any of the guys, there's an opportunity here for people to ask questions.
Like, if you guys have got any questions, do you want to sit?
Thanks, mate.
Here we go.
So while we're waiting for any questions to come through, one of the things I'll tell you guys. This is totally impromptu.
By the way, I literally did this, and my dad's just gone to the beach, and I was going to do 2 minutes just because the video cut out before.
Yeah.
And then, but I actually thought in my head, I was like, it'd be cool if Dad came on to a live one day.
Yeah.
And here.
Yeah. So one of the things I want to say to you guys, when Toby first wrote this program, because Tobes lived with us till you were, 18 or 19 or something?
20.
20, and then he bought his flat and went off. But when he started, he got better, or it started to get better, and he became part-time trainer. I remember this vividly. Mm-hmm. And then...
Personal trainer.
Personal trainer, that's right. And then people started, by accident, who had chronic fatigue, started to come see him. And this is it all evolved just naturally, and eventually got to a stage where he's starting to just purely see chronic fatigue.
Yeah. Well, it was my passion. Like I was sick of just training people for their image. Like I didn't care about how many kilos people lost.
Yeah.
Because I knew that there was like, I think it's 17 million people around the world going through chronic fatigue syndrome. And so my biggest passion was like, these people need help. And so I was just lucky, not lucky, but I think, you know, yeah, you're right. It was like the next door neighbour's friend had chronic fatigue, Ash Humphreys, and then he came in, and within 8 weeks he was running again. And I was like, holy crap, this can work. And then I started writing notes, and like you saw, I used to come to you all the time.
Yeah, well, Toby doesn't write. These are his notes, guys.
Right? That was last night's journaling.
Right, last night's journaling. You can see you can hardly read it. Right, nothing's changed since he was a kid at primary school.
What did the teachers say at school to you?
Oh, mate, you're a bloody nightmare. Seriously, you know, he could never keep still. Believe it or not. Tobes was a very active little fella, and I always remember a couple of little stories. I always remember you could never keep him out of any mischief. Yeah, I remember because I did a lot of babysitting. We shared parenting, my wife and I. She was a teacher, and I was off doing other stuff. But we did share the parenting.
Yeah.
And
where's this going?
And I remember I heard a lot of commotion near the fridge. I was in the lounge, and I walked into the lounge, and he was actually pulling strawberries out and shredding on them, and loving the sound of, you know,
shredding on the
strawberries, and squishing all over the kitchen floor. And he was 2 years old, and
I was getting creative. I was using my creative side.
That's right. So anyhow, I got into a lot of trouble for allowing my son to squish strawberries in the kitchen, because of course strawberries, you know, it's a staining fruit, you know, so there was this terrible stain on the bloody kitchen floor. But
luckily we didn't have a really expensive house.
Yeah, that's right. But so he's always, you know, stretching the boundaries. Always has been since he's only been a 2-year-old. I'll never forget the time you rode your BMX bike down the bloody this steep decline, and you're going to do the jump, and you did the nose dive, went head first, fight from 5 foot height, straight into the dirt.
Blood everywhere.
And I had to sneak him into the house to wash him up before I presented him to Mum. But he's look, with Tobes, I tell you, there's never a dull moment. You're always going to get something unique or different, and it's always been the same. So you can see that we've got a strong bond. We have a lot of fun together, but we also share our challenges and help each other as much as possible. But what I was going to say in relation to, so when he got the program, so he came to me really stressed, because he was getting quite tired. All these people started to want to come. He had GPs recommending people.
I was seeing like 80 people a week.
It was crazy, and then that was when he had the realisation, well, how can I still help people and still
have a life,
and
be alive,
and because we were quite concerned, because he was starting to look quite. With Toes, we noticed his skin colour would change if he started to get close to chronic fatigue or fatiguing up. So, and Mandy and I were really concerned. So anyway, lots of talk and lots of conversation. I think you shared that with some of your friends. And he had this idea of then putting a lot of the information online. And so it wasn't about the money, it was about getting information out to people. And you know, now it's in 40 countries. So we skied about it, you know, and that we're so very proud of the work he's doing and continues to do. And so take the opportunity, and the great thing about this program is there's a number of people that have turned their lives around and are now doing incredible things. And it's the stories are just really wonderful.
Well, the reason why I did this video today is because I got an email this morning from a lady who joined our program in January. She's been sick for 20 years. 16 years undiagnosed. Like you know, we struggled for 6 months. She struggled for 16 years. No one knew what was wrong with her. And it's only been 5 months in the program now. She's working part-time for the first time ever, and she said she's living again. And that's why I got up and did this, because I was like, shit, you know, like if this woman can do it, why can't 100 other people do it?
And you're not going to do it by yourself, guys. You're kidding yourself if you think you can do it by yourself. You're gonna need help, and you know, we're all on this planet together. That, you know, there's a reason for that, and that is so we can help each other, because life's bloody difficult. and so, you know, why not take the help?
I want to say, just you can have your last little bit of words, but Dad really, whenever I have hard decisions, I'll call Dad and say, what do you think? Like, what should I do? And because I always try, when you're stressed about making a decision and you just can't decide, should I do this or should I do that? And I remember calling Dad on a really serious, important outcome that I needed to get done. And I called him and I said, this is the problem, I don't know what to do, like, what do you think I should do? And Dad said, well, it doesn't really matter about the outcome as such, it matters about the love for yourself. So you said it's a question of self-love. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, at the end of the day, whatever decision you decide, it's not whether it's wrong or right, it's whether you feel good about it. It's whether it's the love you feel for yourself. Like, what does the best version of you need right now? And that's where I learnt that from you. And I remember I made that hard decision. It was a really tough decision. And it was the best decision I made, and I felt really good about it. And I read a quote recently which was this. It was easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life.
Fascinating.
Well, sorry, easy decisions, hard life. Hard decisions, easy life.
Yeah. But I guess the thing is, right now, I want to ask each of you, what is your heart saying to you? Forget about what your head's saying. You're probably saying, I don't know if I can afford it, or this or that, or people feel poorly about me. Forget all that. The key question is, what does your heart need to start living the life you want to live? And if it's a little bit of extra support, hey, here it is, and take the opportunity while you can. Life's all about little opportunities. Just keep presenting, keep taking them, and you're going to have a fascinating life. Even like if you're down and out right now, just know that you're on this planet for a reason, but you're being challenged right now to make some choices. All right, so
I'm going to switch it on to you now.
Yeah, but come down to your heart. Your heart's going to, your heart keeps you alive, but also it's a magnificent decision helping mechanism, like the whole thing, follow your heart, all that sort of stuff. But, deep down you know. There's a knowing in each of us that'll help us, guide us to make those really interesting decisions.
So to that, I know you had a super hard, like you were suffering really badly around 22, 23. What kept you going? What kept you here? What was the main thing that made you just, like when you're, because a lot of these people are going through this right now, hard times. What was that thing that just kept you going? Was there something?
It's really interesting. A couple of things. One was my incredible love of my mother, who just never ever gave up on me. And when I was in hospital, I'd lost 40 kilograms. I had, just to let people know, I had a weight loss condition, and I was one of the first guys ever diagnosed with anorexia. When was it?
There's a few people on here who suffer with that.
So I was down and out, absolutely down and out. In actual fact, they thought I was going to die.
And you were the fittest, you were super fit, you're a sportsman.
Yeah, I was a phys ed teacher.
Yeah.
I was a phys ed teacher. Unfortunately, got a bad injury. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. Got depressed, tried a whole bunch of diets, lost an incredible amount of weight, and just went home, and Mum and Dad looked at me and said, "You're going into hospital." Just took me straight into hospital, and they thought I was going to die. But one of the things that Mum was there always. But also, one of the interesting things, and a number of times I did think about suicide when I got out of hospital, because things still weren't right. I felt isolated in bits and pieces. And your mum and dad can only do so much for you. But when one of the things that did keep me going is I always thought, I wonder what's on the other side of this.
Wow.
I wonder what's on the other side. So I think that, and you know what? It proved correct. I mean, I met a wonderful woman who's Toby's mother. I've got a wonderful family. So there was some interesting stuff on the other side, and continues to be interesting.
It hasn't definitely been that.
Continues to be interesting.
It hasn't been that easy.
It hasn't been. And look, life's a mixture of
good
pain and pleasure. That's what life is. So, but and it's all an adventure. It's all an adventure, and so I think that really, in answer to the question, that was the one thing.
It was what's on the other one.
I wonder what's on the other side of this. Yeah. So, and you know, we just don't know. You just don't know what's around the corner. I mean, there's incredible things that life presents. Opportunity, people you meet. I mean, you end up meeting some funny people and some amazing people. So, what's on the other side? I go to sleep tonight, and I wonder what's on the other side for me. Tomorrow, a week ahead, a month ahead, a year ahead. You know, I mean, sometimes a month is an amazing amount of time for things to happen. So just hang in there. I know some of you are doing it really tough, but just hang in there. And I think that's a nice thing to probably finish on is, you know, wonder what's on the other side for you. And as I said to you, if you study systems theory like I have, if you're in a system, we're all a system. You're a system. We're each an individual system. You know, but you're all functioning in different systems. If you keep presenting, things change. Things shift. Have to shift. If you're in a real negative downer, you know, systems theory, there has to be an equal opposite reaction. So physics is here to prove that things have to get better for you, as long as you keep hanging in there and presenting and putting your hand up, asking for help. And grab the lighter moments as you can as well, because it's really important to maintain a sense of humour. Like we do. You know, I remember we used to laugh and cry. We used to cry and then you'd laugh.
No, we did. I remember lots of times, even when you were going through hard times, even when I was like a young adult, you know, we were there for you, and then vice versa. But then we just muck around, you know. It's best when we're just stupid, you know. That's when we have the most fun, when we're just absolutely stupid. People are loving this. Grace Miller says, I'm fully recovered now, a lot thanks to Toby. Grace Miller.
Oh, wonderful.
Mum and I stayed at Grace's house in Tasmania when I did a seminar.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, Grace, good to see you.
Fantastic.
Christy says, thank you for doing this. It's very nice and needed. Casey says, I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of help there, so just put your hand up, Casey.
Yeah. Shane Eldred, hey brother, he did the floor of this house.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Good on you, Shane.
We'll give him a shout out. Look at this floor. Look at the flooring of this place. It's just incredible.
It is beautiful.
Alright, we'll wind up. Any last words?
No, just keep presenting. Remember, physics is on your side. Things have to change. You just got to hang in there, keep presenting. Ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And thank you for attending my son's talk.
Thanks for attending my dad's talk. Hey, if you think that my dad's a good speaker and you agree with me here, comment below and say yes if he should start his own Facebook page. Because he's the real deal. Elka Sadler. Yeah. Hey, if you guys like this and you think Johnny, thanks. You rock.
Oh,
love
that's
it.
nice.
Yeah, he's good.
Thanks, chaps. I love this one. Beth, thanks, chaps.
Thanks, yeah, she's from England.
Is she from England?
She's
Oh,
in
terrific.
the program. Penny Starrick's in the program.
There's some nice comments.
Yeah, yes. Get Dad on the payroll. He's awesome, Murray. Everyone loves him. You do a great team. Well, Dad and I have actually always said we'd one day work together.
Okay, well, Elka said here, yes, he should have his own page.
Don't give him too much encouragement. Liam Donnelly's just joined.
Oh, did he? All right. Liam has to replay it then.
Lads, you'll have to watch from the start.
I need to learn more about your system.
Okay, yeah. So this is, I think, Casey, you're asking about the chronic fatigue help. So move over, Toby. Nancy says.
Johnny. Is that from Liam?
Yeah. Guys, all right.
So tell it. Talk about how's it work?
All right. Well, first of all, as Dad said, we tried lots of different things, and so on my journey, which Dad took me to a lot of those appointments, I figured out what was right and what was wrong. You took me to everybody, exercise physiologist. You took me to Brad Cuss-Kelly, who was a massage therapist and all that, and he was great, but I wasn't ready for what he was giving me at that stage, and I was ready for that later on, and so it took it took friggin' 2 years of pain and suffering and trying a shitload of things to then get to the realization, one, no one's going to fix me but me. Two, only mum and dad can want me to get better as much as I can want myself to get better. And then three was just having the discipline and the commitment and the consistency and the accountability to really want to get better and then do all the things to get better.
Yeah.
Eating well, going to bed on time, getting my immune system right, taking vitamins, lots of water, just commitment really was the biggest thing. When you say not ready, where do you start? It's been 6 years and I'm not blind to know that I have the power. I just don't know where to even start. You
start with this guy's program, Zachary.
Shawnee Verway. Yeah, and Sean Verway is another person who's went through chronic fatigue. But there is no right. Like, what if you're thinking, there's I don't know where to start. This isn't perfect. Forget about perfect, and figure out. Literally, just start. There's no perfect. You can't figure it out. You just got to start, and then you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's the path. You don't get confidence by saying I want confidence. You get confidence by being shit scared, doing something, and then getting confident about it.
Yeah. Just start.
Yeah.
Just start something.
Start wherever you can with whatever you've got, and I'm at the point in my life I'll try anything I can. Yeah, but Casey, this is what I'll say to you: don't go in with blind faith. Don't just try everything and anything either.
Yeah.
Get clear on what you need help with. There's no point doing any program. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's vitamins or anything. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it. Figure out what you need, Casey, and then just do that. Talia Stewart says, "Do it, Zachary. Join the program. You will find something in there for you." Marie says, "Can't wait to get started. First call with Raya on July the 6th. That's awesome." I joined a bit late for the conversation. Where's the program details? Okay, so for anyone who's interested, let me just finish this because Dad just asked me a question I want to finish. So so what happened? How I started the program? So I figured out what I shouldn't do, what I should do. Then I started to move forwards. Within a couple of weeks, I started to improve and get better.
Once you owned it,
Yeah.
the interesting thing is Mum and Dad had to step away. We had a heart-to-heart and we were trying too hard to help Toby. He then owned his own health. We stepped aside. We decided to support, not do too much for him. And he started to make incremental steps on your sleeping, on your eating, on your exercise.
My strength building, my muscle conditioning was probably the hardest and the longest, but the most important. And Dad will remember, every day he'd see me on my yoga mat, in the front lounge room, doing my 3 sit-ups, all my stretches, all those things.
Little bit at a time. Each day, the consistency was there, but also the accountability. So remember, because there was a personal trainer that helped you.
Yeah, had Erin Splatt. Yeah, a lady called Erin Splatt who didn't have CFS, but she knew a little bit about it, and she was just awesome because she just showed up and just even helped. Just a little bit is better than nothing. Casey says, "Do you believe that you're never going to be cured from?" No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all, because I'm proof that you don't. I don't have it. Raya, there's thousands of people who did have chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia who now no longer have it. So I don't.
So the other thing too is it's about functionality, isn't it?
Yeah,
Tobes. But the guys probably want to know, how's the program work? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'm just going to get a water.
Yeah, get me one as well.
Entertain them all. Entertain them.
So I want to talking about one of the things that I've been playing with lately is my own mindset. And so no matter how sick you are, you can start working on this right now, and that is to start to think about positive things that have happened to you during your life. All right, so I want you to close your eyes now and just think about one thing that was really good for you in the last month or 12 months. Just one thing. Now, I'm sure no matter how bad life is, you can think of one thing. Now, I want you to go into that memory. Once you've got that memory, just go into that memory and start to delve into it. What did it feel like? Were there some sounds? Were there some colours? Were there some images? I want you to just be in that feeling. So if you study enough esoteric masters, many of these masters will talk about the ability of us to control and direct our own mind. So one of the challenges for us is to start to direct and control our own mind. Once you start to direct and control your own mind, guess what? You'll start to direct and control your own body. So your body no longer needs to be your enemy. So first point of call is to work with your mind, and that is to start to become creative in what you can remember. So start to focus. It's what you focus on. Focus on all the. So start to focus. So let me ask another question. I want you to think of another experience where it was good for you. So it might have been a conversation. It might have been a pleasurable moment. So just think of that. So you'll start to see or feel that you can actually do this no matter how bad your condition is. So if you can just each day start to...
It doesn't have to be do with health either.
No.
It could be with relationships.
Anything.
Dog.
Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just a moment ago, I thought to myself, I'm going to do this right now, and I thought of I was in the sea, in the ocean, and I was watching dolphins swim past me. And then whales swim past me. I went, wow, this is fantastic. And I'm not even there.
Oh, you were thinking about that in the beach?
Yes. Yes, I actually just came to the beach and I said, I wonder if I was actually in the ocean under the sea and I could actually watch these dolphins and whales. And wow, it was an amazing experience. So we can always, no matter how bad things are, you can use your mind to help you feel a little bit better.
Beth Lambert from UK said, mindset mastery was the first step to my recovery. This is one of my programs that I've produced. And it was all about what you're talking about.
Right.
6 steps.
Yep.
6-step video. And she was in a wheelchair. She's from the UK. She was in a wheelchair within, I think, was it 3 weeks or 3 months, Beth, that you didn't need the wheelchair anymore? Comment below. But amazing story from that. Just everything's clicked for her. Taylor Stewart says, I'm loving this. I needed to stop being angry with my body and not working properly before I could really start recovering. Yeah. Zachary says, that's amazing. I'm certainly in the midst of thinking going to plant-based whole foods. Yeah. I'm not going to answer all these kind of questions now. So pretty much there's a few set rules, which is kind of funny about this whole system thing you're talking about, because there's a lot of different things that can help people, but there are really a few set concrete examples of what you need to do to get better. You know, consistency, accountability, nutrition, quality sleep, progressive exercise. All these things are mandatory to move forward. It's like you can't not have them to get better.
Yep.
Right? You can't just take a pill and go, okay, I'm better now. So, as Dad said, I helped a shitload of people one-on-one, face-to-face, over 5 years. I helped a lot of people. Beth said, within a month, I had an appetite, energy, and zest for life. Yeah, that's cool. What a good testimonial that is. So, as I realised that those are the key fundamentals of recovery, that was all I taught. People were thinking, "Oh, this guy's dodgy. He must be like, there must be something not right. It can't be that simple." But it actually is. It's not hard. You don't want to complicate it. You just want to do the basic stuff that you need to do to get yourself right. You don't have to there's nothing fancy about it.
Yeah.
Stop complicating it.
Yeah.
And so that was how the program was developed and built upon. And now it's a fully fledged program. We've got 25 hours worth of coaching videos segmented into 8 modules that you watch at your own pace. It's all from your own home. It's all online now, which is really cool. So you don't have to go anywhere. You know, we've got doctors referring this program thinking it's so good because, 1, you don't have to go anywhere. 2, it's got all the help in different areas of your life, whether it's your mindset, personal development, whether it's, you know, not getting it. so you know, there's nutrition. So you don't have to go to a nutritionist, and you don't have to go to a psychologist necessarily. You don't necessarily have to go to a physiologist or a physio or an exercise scientist. You can just get it all from the one program, so you can get help in each section depending on what you need help with. Everybody's different. We have people in wheelchairs who join our program. We have people who are a 6 out of 10, you know, who just need that extra help and coaching. And so how the program works now, You get our help, and you get the online program support system for an entire year. And this is not a sales pitch, this is just for you to understand how it works. And obviously, if you want to learn more, you can message this page and the lovely Gemma will get back to you and you'll have a conversation with her. But it has 3 components. It has the online module program, which is literally what it was at the start. And people were getting better from that within 3 to 6 to 12 months. Just on that alone. But what we thought is, no, we need to add more value to people's lives. So then we got into the Inner Circle, which is the Inner CFS Health Circle on Facebook. It's a private support group. All the Inner Circle members who are watching this video right now, comment right now and tell me you love the Inner Circle. I actually want to see, because everyone says in our survey that the Inner Circle is the number 1 most influential thing in their recovery from the thing.
Okay.
Most people.
Well, yeah, fantastic.
So if you guys were on the Inner Circle members, any members on watching this, feel free to comment below and let us know that what you think of the Inner Circle and how great it is. It's definitely one of a kind, that's for sure, in the CFS community.
How many people on that Inner Circle at the moment?
Well, we have something like 880 members from 40 countries, and then not everyone has Facebook.
Yeah,
and it's not compulsory. I love being in the circle, so positive and so much support. Inner Circle changed my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's like people everyone's just there for the same reason, to get better, to care and support each other.
Yeah.
And
look at all the messages coming through.
Yeah, it's awesome. And so there's that, and so you get access to you're talking to people with real life experience, people who have either been in the program for a long time or a short time. Everyone at different levels, everyone at different age groups. We've got teenagers, we've got lots of mums, we've got lots of single mums, we've got dads, we've got older people. It's great to read about other people's success. Talia says, and Talia's doing really well. Hazel is awesome. She joined from UK recently. She talk about being proactive. She sent me an email recently and told me that 50 things in a row of what she can do.
Wow.
Yeah. Inner Circle, seriously a lifeline. If anyone's suffering and wants, what did she say? If anyone's suffering and wants to get better, I can promise you that this program is brilliant. Yeah. Penny's exactly, this is what I said before. Penny says, I stopped going anywhere else once I found Toby and his program. Inner Circle is fantastic. Helen Tanchev, she's joined the party.
Ah, welcome, Helen. Good to see you.
I love it.
An old family friend. Fantastic.
And so there's the Inner Circle group, and then what we did recently, because we noticed that, it's not easy on your own, and I think we all get a bit complacent in hard times. We kind of give up and we don't get the kick up the arse that we need. And so to have accountability, we thought we need to implement that. And people couldn't afford to pay for the program and then to pay for coaching on top.
Yeah.
So what we did is we made it cheaper and we put them together.
Okay.
So now you have, compulsory, you get the coaching, you get 8 coaching sessions included in the program.
Okay, so this is something I've told.
My dad doesn't. We don't really talk about work because
So so they get 8 coaching sessions. What? How long?
Half an hour sessions plus email support,
Plus the program that you wrote.
Yeah, and the
wow,
yeah,
fantastic.
So just the program back in the day to work with me one-on-one was like $1,500 just with that. No extra coaching, no online program, all that kind of stuff. So it's awesome to see all you guys commenting. It's great, good stuff, Rachel. You get 8 coaching sessions. You can use them whenever you want within the year. You have the choice to either work with our head coach Raya, who's amazing. Dad's met her millions of times.
She's fantastic.
She comes over all the time for dinners. Hey Raya, if you're watching from Hawaii. And then we've also got a new girl joining, Marie Louise, and she's our emotional wellbeing coach.
Oh, right.
She's
fantastic.
amazing. She had CFS as well. All these people had chronic fatigue and are recovered. And so Marie Louise is going to help people on the emotional side, and so I'm excited because she's really great and she's really upfront, and she'll help you break through.
So coaching's so important. It's just the one-on-one stuff so important. So that'll give the guys an opportunity to really delve into their challenges. I'm really rapt that you've done that. That's fantastic, mate.
Yeah. So there's nothing like this ever in the world, and there's lots of other programs that have gimmicked this and and trying to just maybe make a quick buck. And
so they get the inner circle.
Yeah.
They get the program, 25 hours of videos and
coaching videos in step by step. It's a step by step program.
Yeah, but then they get and plus the eight
coaching sessions.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and so the price it starts the best option, or for a monthly payment plan. It's 150 Australian dollars per month.
Right.
So to get all that, the coaching, the inner circle, plus the program.
Yeah. And
it's cheaper than a friggin' massage.
Yeah.
And what do you get from a massage? Tali says it's worth every cent. So, and to be honest, like I've had people. I remember I signed up this one girl from Sweden, and I said, okay, it's $150 a month. And she goes, how much? And she literally was going to pay upwards of $10,000. She thought in her head before she joined.
But the other thing, Tobes, I'm here to tell you how much we spent on trying to get a cure for this guy, and it was tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, because as parents were so desperate to get
remortgaged your house.
Yeah. Oh, we just kept on putting it on the mortgage because we just felt so helpless. And you're continuing to refine your ideas. I know Tobe's continually scanning the internet to see what's out there, and you're obviously providing those extra.
Well, I've invested in coaching last year. I spent a lot of my own personal money into coaching and getting different bits of help and different aspects of life. So, but the at the end of the day, guys, it doesn't even matter. Like if you want to do the program, that's great. If you don't, the most important thing is that you just know that you can get better and that life gets better.
Yeah, exactly. And the guys can hook in, watch you. And some people may not have the money right now. Hey, that's fine. I mean, we've all been there, done that. So just keep in touch.
Yeah.
Keep part of the group. And
do you seriously want a job?
No, seriously.
I know, but it's funny because it's perfect. What you're saying is so.
No, but it's serious. I mean, I've paid a lot of money for coaching. I now do a fair bit of coaching, and I paid a lot of money for coaching over my period. And sometimes I didn't have the money, and you just got to find other ways. So, but just to stay in touch is really, really important. So
Hazel says, Toby's dad. You should be so proud of your son and what he's achieved, and I'm sure that's credit to you.
Oh, right. Oh, thanks. Where's Hazel from?
UK.
Wow. Fantastic. Thanks, Hazel. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's fantastic. So...
well, we're going to go have some dinner now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just going to celebrate the first Johnny's Facebook Live.
Yeah, absolutely.
This will go viral.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun, and just keep going.
If you want him back, guys, if you want him to come back, just tell him to come back in the comments. We want to see it.
So I think they've had about enough of this right now, though.
Yeah, so
but we could do some other stuff.
We could do some other stuff. Yeah, no, it's good feedback. Yeah. All right, thanks for joining, guys. Come back. Don't give him too much credit. He doesn't need it. Look, he starts getting a bit excited. He wants to get in now. Oh my God!
No,
look how many people want you.
Oh no, thank you. That's been very nice to be part of it. And. So anyway, as you can see, we're going to go off and have a bit of fun. Hang in there, everybody.
Can I speak?
Sorry, I'll get out.
Yeah, exactly what Johnny said. He's perfect. He's pretty much said everything I was going to say. The only thing I was going to say extra is if you're one of...
Push Toby over.
Don't start a wrestle. We used to have wrestles when we were younger. Tommy Beadle, my man. Seriously though, a lot of you people, it's been so nice for you guys to join, and I'm so stoked that you came on. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Friggin' the best live I've ever done. But yeah, for the people there's a lot of people who've never met me before on this live too.
Oh right, okay.
And you as well. So for the people who really are desperate for help right now and really need it, but want the right help and want to make sure that it's the right thing for them, then inquire first. Don't just try and join up, because we won't let you anyway. So send a message to this page. Just say, hey, I want help. Just tell your story. Just in a short, brief sentence. I've been struggling for 5 years or 20 years or whatever it is. I'm struggling with this. What could you guys do for me? And so that way Gemma will know who you are. Gemma's our girl, and you can inquire through the Facebook messages, exactly. So just send a message on Facebook right here. Gemma will be able to help you. She's amazing. She knows CFS firsthand. She's absolutely killing it at the moment and at life, and so she's super empathetic and understanding. And from there, you'll be able to organise a call with Gemma. So Gemma will chat to you, and if it is the right thing and you think, oh yeah, like this is what I need, this is what I want, then you will book in a discounted call, which is 80 Australian dollars, which is £40, and you'll have an hour coaching session. In that coaching session, you will be coached. You will hear history, talk about it, hear what's going on. Is that with you? No, with Raya.
With Raya.
Yeah, and so from there, Ray is our head coach, and then from there, after that hour, you'll be able to decide, and Ray will let you know whether or not the program is going to be a great fit for you. And if it is, then bang, you can join in, just like all these people have who are talking here. Talia.
Can the guys see those?
Yeah. You guys can read through the comments and see all the. Talia says, helping to find my baseline and get out of the push and crash cycle has changed my life. The program is so valuable. Write a book, Casey. I've already written a book. I wrote a book when I was 23. And that is published, and you can get that from our website, www.cfshealth.com. However, if you join the program, you get it for free. So probably don't.
So save your money there, Casey.
Don't buy it. So that's about it. Do you remember when I wrote my book?
Yeah, you stayed up. I remember you'd come home after the gym and you'd keep writing and writing. I hated his handwriting. It was terrible. For those... he's a terrible handwriter. There you go, guys. Terrible handwriter. But anyway, he did. He put hours and hours into writing that book, and just kept on going and going until it was ready and self-published, which is fantastic. And I'm at him at the moment. He has to write another book, and but all in good time. But it's there. And to go. So Penny, save your money. Casey, save your money.
Yeah.
Just join the program and you get the book part of it. And
Casey, you probably can get it from Amazon, although I'm not sure. I think I know in hardcover the book is sold out at the moment. But if you live in maybe Australia, you might be able to go to your local library and get it for free. So that's it, guys.
Yep.
Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for you, my man.
Pleasure, mate.
Give me a hug. Appreciate it. I'm complete now. Life is just done. I don't care what happens after this.
So thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last words?
No last words. Thanks for listening. It's been great.
You know what to do.
Yeah, that's it.
Speak to you soon.
Okay.